So Call of Duty finally revealed the content we are getting in Season 4 Reloaded. And I'm not gonna lie, this is probably one of the worst mid-season updates we have had for content in the last few years. To show you the lack of content, I've decided to compare it with Modern Warfare 3 Season 4 Reloaded, a game that had 18 months of development time compared to Treyarch's 4 years. So if you look at Modern Warfare 3, a game that had 18 months of development time to make the game and all its post-launch content, we had 1 new map, 2 new map variants, 2 new weapons, 2 new aftermarket parts, 5 new game modes, and 4 events. And in those events, we actually got cool camos. Now, when you compare it to Black Ops 6, it doesn't look like they had much more content. However, when you add context, it shows they definitely had more content. With Black Ops 6, we have 2 new maps, however. One of them is just a complete remaster from Black Ops 3, and the other one is a strike map. 5 map variants, which are literally all just cel-shaded and look so bad in comparison to the Modern Warfare 3 cel-shaded maps we had. They literally look like they were AI made. 2 new weapons, 2 new aftermarket parts, only 2 new game modes, and 2 events, which one of the events isn't even a decent event. It is just another way to force microtransactions through, oh wait, a mini battle pass. Not to mention, if you want any actual cool cosmetics from the event, you will have to buy the mini pass. And of course, with Season 4 Reloaded, we are getting more bundles and more unrealistic bundles. I'm sorry, first of all, I don't even know who Beavis and Butthead are because I'm a British new gen. And second of all, of course, they've just made another bundle of an animal. I'm convinced that Treyarch, all the devs are just secretly furries. Yes, I know these bundles sell a lot because majority of the Call of Duty community has an IQ of about 20. But at the same time, why can't we have a cool bundle without making it so Fortnite-y and so childish? Like, come on. But anyway, if you buy bundles, you have an IQ below 20. Even more embarrassingly, to make their blog post feel like there is more content than there actually is, for some reason they have images showing 2 aftermarket parts that we've already got within the season. This just reminds me of Modern Warfare 2, when, because we had a lack of content, they would just fill up the roadmap with Warzone POIs on the new map. I mean, come on, it really does just make them look like they are lacking. But it gets even worse, because guess what else they're doing? First of all, they have finally brought back Warzone solos, because apparently the COD player base wants to play against bots. I'll make another video on that entire topic, because that topic is completely stupid. And second of all, to make Season 4 Reloaded look like it's getting more content, what do? Oh, they bring back Rebirth Ranked. I don't get why they removed it in the first place. But obviously they need to fill out this blog post, so they just, oh yeah, let's just add Rebirth Ranked back as if it never disappeared, even though it did. And it still gets worse. They are still trying to fill out more space in their blog post. They had an entire section on the World Series of Warzone. I'm also going to make another video on this because that entire situation is also absolutely hilarious and embarrassing for Activision. With the state of the current anti-cheat, I'm pretty sure that you can guess what is happening in the World Series of Warzone right now. But anyway, I'm not gonna lie. How do Call of Duty still manage to make their game look even more pathetic than it already is? Once again, Call of Duty is bleeding players. We now nearly have less average players on Steam than we did in January. And this is after Verdansk was supposed to save Call of Duty. It was going to bring everyone back. Yeah, they didn't even crack 150,000 players, if I'm correct. As well as that, once again, servers are still shite. The anti-cheat, like mentioned before, is still shite. And skill-based matchmaking has reached insane levels of strictness, hence why I'm playing Battlefront 2 in this video, because it is such a better and more complete game. I find it hilarious how In 2025, a 7-year-old Star Wars game that has not had an update in 5 years has more relevancy than Call of Duty. And skill-based matchmaking, once again, makes this game completely unplayable. Queue times, through the roof. I don't get why, in their blog post about skill-based matchmaking, they tried to make queue times sound not as bad. It can take you at least 5 minutes to find a game in some playlists. Not to mention that when you finally found a game, you get absolutely arse-wiped in that game. Even if I haven't played COD for about 2 weeks, which has happened very recently. I've been playing other games. I've been playing Battlefront, I've been playing Fortnite, I've even played more Roblox, okay, because that's how arse Call of Duty is. Even if you haven't played a game in 2 weeks, you still get absolutely railed by the matchmaking system. I'm talking about playing Crimsons and Iridescents in public matches. If you are currently still playing Call of Duty and are just tired of it, I highly advise you to go out and buy Battlefront 2, especially if you are on Steam. The game is currently less than $5. 90% discount, and I guarantee you it is worth every dollar, because guess what? Star Wars Battlefront 2 already feels like a complete game, despite the possibility of content that is able to be added. I really wish that they didn't end support so early for this game, considering the game doesn't even have crossplay, and it's still great. But anyway, once again, Call of Duty, Treyarch, and Activision continue to be absolutely stupid and incapable of actually improving their game. Why do I feel like they're secretly holding back on content to put into Black Ops 7 just to make themselves look good? Because realistically, Black Ops 7 should only have 2 to 3 years of development time. Not even full development time, because people still have to work on Black Ops 6. So surely they have to be holding content back, because realistically, Season 5 and Season 6 of Black Ops 6 will be absolute stinkers of seasons. But anyway, I'd like to quickly apologise for the huge lack of uploads recently. I was going to upload about a week ago, and then I got ill. So I just didn't have the energy to actually upload. However, I am going to start trying to upload a lot more frequently now that I have finally finished school for the year. So if you are seeing me upload more, make sure you like, subscribe, let me know what you would want to see on the channel. Obviously, I've got a lot more time, so a lot more options. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I've been Chris Lex. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.